Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, Raven fans against getting Derrick Henry. Look. So yesterday I made a video, and it was about a hypothetical of Derrick Henry joining the Ravens in a trade pretty much for Devin Duvernay in a second-round pick. Okay? That was the whole premise of the last episode with Derrick Henry. But when I was reading the comments, I saw a lot of people pushing against the narrative of getting him. And I had said in the video why I felt we should, but I think I'm going to expound on that Raven culture that has been nipping us in the butt for a long time. So, one, as fans, even as EDC is the GM, you should never be against upgrading at any position at any time. Talent is the differentiator between the greats and the goods. You understand where I'm coming from? And I use the 49ers as a base for my last argument. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to do another one too. But the 49ers were an amazing run team. Amazing. They had multiple guys that were doing it as a run by committee. Certain guys would get off on certain days, but they were getting the job done, and nobody was complaining about the 49ers run game. It was us and them every year for the run game. They were the only people to even come close to us in the run game. The only ones. When Christian McCaffrey was made available, right? Everybody, including Raven fans, were against it. They said, yo, he's an over-the-hill running back. He can't contribute no more. Why do I want to hurt over-the-hill running back? He ain't going to be used. Why we need him? Now, he goes to a team that's a run-by-committee team. Because they gave up what they did to get him, they featured him, because no team is stupid enough to pay a player and not use him. See, that's the thing I want the Ravens. See, the Ravens do stuff where they don't put out, especially offensive players, they don't want to put them out too much and be like, oh, you know, because they didn't pay him too much. If whatever player the Ravens pay, they're expecting to be able to ride that player. Pause. You get where I'm coming from? That's the way. That's how the Ravens have always been. So that clears off two things. One, if he's a talented player, right, that keeps him on the field, because the Ravens are going to be like, oh, we're going to run by committee and hold him down and stuff like that. No. Why? Because they already paid a good amount for that player. So they're going to try to wring out all of that talent out of that player. So I made a video before stating that, yo, we're always holding running backs back. That's to suppress their earning potential. That's so that they don't have to pay J.K. Dobbins a lot, Gus Edwards a lot, Keaton Mitchell a lot, Justice Hill a lot. But if they already pay a guy, get him to solidify that run game, to be the bell cow, then all bets are off. Then they're forced to use him. And he's talented. Look, let me tell you something right now. And this is football 101, right? Derrick Henry right now is running into stacked boxes. For anybody saying that he's over the hill, you could say, oh, well, he's not as whatever when he was 4 or 5 years ago, right? Granted, he has probably the hardest time as a running back in the league, because his team is telling him, even if we know it's a full house coming down that pike, we need you to run through it. Why? Because that sets up their play action game. Their run, play action. Or play action, run. That's the way that they run their offense. It's all predicated off of you being forced to stop Henry, and when you overextend yourself to slow him down or stop him, they take their timely shot. That's it. He has the hardest job of any running back in the league to perform, because there's not much outside of him. With Christian McCaffrey, he's in an amazing system. amazing play caller, great tight ends, great wide receivers, great blockers, and a quarterback that can get him the ball. Because I'm not sold on Brock Purdy, but he can at least get him the ball in that system. Brock Purdy in that system has been chef's kiss. So why are we against getting him? Oh, well, if we get him, we're not going to get an offensive tackle. If we don't get him, we're not going to go for Daniel Hunter. That's the problem. We have been so conditioned mentally, to not envision something beyond what the Ravens usually do. There is no reason, none, that the Ravens can't get both done. There's none. I heard someone say, well, why don't we get Lyle Collins? I'd rather get Lyle Collins than Derrick Henry. Lyle Collins is a free agent. Getting him has nothing to do with Derrick Henry. You see what I'm saying? We're so mentally conditioned. We're in a mental prison that the Ravens have made. Oh, we'll be mediocre. We're good. Because of money. Yeah, because of money. Let me tell you something right now. I get being money conscious. I get it. You can't buy everybody. This notion that you can is a lie, right? Especially when you pay the quarterback. But once again, that goes back to saying that at the time, Lamar was on his rookie contract. They could have already did most of this stuff. That's why I was such a big proponent on getting a Tyreek Hill. Raven fans are coming after me, arguing with me, saying, why? It's too expensive. He's not worth that money. Is he worth that money now? Like, we have to want more. We have to want more. This is why I'm saying if we can upgrade at offensive positions, if we can upgrade at running back, if we can upgrade and get one more receiver, if we can upgrade at offensive tackle, do it. We're trying to win a Super Bowl. The more talent you have, the easier it is. Why do y'all want it to be the most difficult thing to achieve? I like when it's easy. I'm not nail biting. My heart ain't going. None of that stuff. I'm sitting there just smiling. We're up by 30. We're up by 40. We're up by 50. Raven fans against adding talent. Derrick Henry is still the most. It's almost like Shaq. And we're comparing like running backs. He's Shaq. You cannot play against him without a stacked box. Imagine him now with Lamar. Just stop for 1 second. Get out of your mental way. Imagine Derrick Henry going one way. Or imagine Lamar keeping it. Now, let's expound beyond your horizons. Now imagine how open Zay Flowers is. Imagine how open Mark Andrews is. Imagine how open OBJ is. Now imagine how open Bateman is. And I don't want to hear, well, they might drop it anyways. That, listen, I'm burning that and calling that an absolute heresy day. Because I don't think we're going to have another day like that ever again. We got that game out of the way where everybody was discombobulated. But what do you do with a running back like Derrick Henry? Making running holes has never been our offensive line's problem. Now imagine that also with Patrick Ricard. If you have Patrick Ricard leading the way with Derrick Henry, and you have the ability to keep it with Lamar or play action that off with Lamar, holy God, like what are you going to do to stop that? That's where my mind is. I want this to be easy. And everyone's saying, well, the Titans won't trade with us. Look, bro, I'm so tired of people saying people won't do certain things. Like, I'm so tired of it. They said that they won't trade Tyreek Hill within the AFC. That happened. Like, shut up. Like, stop. Like, get out of your mental way. Anything is possible. But if you do nothing, then it will never be possible. You know what I mean? But what do you guys think? Do you think that I'm over Google Gaga for getting Derrick Henry, or am I over evaluating the running back position? Let me know down in the comment section. And before I close, I want to say this again. Just imagine Patrick Ricard, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. Just imagine that. Imagine. How do you stop it? No other team has Roquan. No other team has Patrick Queen. How do you stop it? That's my point. And that's an episode of The Wunderkind Show! Thank you for watching. You know, we get down, we have fun, and we laugh at everything we talk about, rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, love the comments. And if you have not done so already, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try, let me know what you think. And at the bottom of the screen is a QR code. QR code's through a Cash App. Cash App is located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is $The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. Once again, it's The Wunderkind Show. Show is not just signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.